So now looking at the motherboard in the front of the case, we can see our CPU connector right there. Coming along here, you can see our main motherboard connector. Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the Cooler Master MWE Gold 850 version 2 fully modular power supply. I did receive this product to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product, you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in my video description below. You can see the nice retail box and packaging right here walking us through some of the product tech specs and features. So this is an 80+ gold certified power supply with a 5-year warranty. This is version 2, so with this version we get increased operating temperatures for high intensity applications, an upgraded fan, and 2 EPS connectors. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the contents. Here are all the package contents. First up, you can see our user guide and manual available in multiple languages, walking us through everything we need to know about this power supply, from installation to troubleshooting to warranty information. This does feature a 5-year hardware warranty. You can also see our nice charts and diagrams walking us through all of our different pin layout connectors and our power pins and the description of each one. Next, you can see we have our 4 screws for installation. All of our cables right here. Check that out. And last but not least, we have the power supply unit itself with the Cooler Master badge right here in our fan. You can see it from this side. Their logo and branding again, MWE Gold 850 V2 fully modular. You can see it from the other side. So we have our AC input, DC output, total power, 80+ gold sticker, model number. You can see all of our cable connectors right here, fully modular. And you can see it from the other side with our toggle switch and our power connector. And then here it is from the other side, where you can see just a nice smooth metal cover. So now let's go ahead, let's get this installed. So on the power supply unit itself, you can see I went ahead, I already connected all the cables that we're gonna be using for this build. So we have our CPU power cable, we have a PCIe power cable for our GPU. You can see we have our main motherboard power cable as well connected. And then I went ahead, I only added one hard drive power connector right here because we're only gonna need one for our RGB hub. That's what's going to help power that. So you can see right here, I have one of the SATA cables connected for that. Obviously, we have plenty of room to expand and add out more in the future. If you want, you could put all of your cables in there, even if you're not using them. But for me, for this build, I know what I'm going to be using with this and what the future holds. So this is going to be good enough for us right now. So next thing we have to do is we're going to slide it in the back right here. So the back bracket's on, let's go ahead, let's route our cables through and slide it in. Now that we have it in, we can fasten it back in place. Now it's time to route the cables up and through and connect it to the motherboard. So now looking at the motherboard in the front of the case, we can see our CPU connector right there. Coming along here, you can see our main motherboard connector. And then last but not least, on this side, you can see we have our PCIe power coming up right through there. If you want to do that, you just have to move this out a little bit and fish it through. You could also bring it through over here as well if you wanted with this current configuration. Obviously, if you didn't have any of the shrouds on or anything else too, you'd have plenty of room to fish up a bunch of cables. But you can see on the front, we got our GPU power right here, our main motherboard power, and our CPU power. This was a little tricky to get in, but we were able to achieve it without having to remove anything. Now let's look at the back side. So looking on the back side, you can see we have our CPU cable right here, going all that, providing power. Our main motherboard cable right here connected, fished through. And then underneath, we have the PCIe tucked up and coming out through there. And then lastly, you can see here's our SATA power connector as well, powering our addressable RGB hub. So the build turned out great, very pleased with it. In regards to the power supply unit, super simple to install, very straightforward. It's fully modular, so we have plenty of room in the future to add on and expand as needed. And we have the 850 watt version for this particular build. We have plenty of headroom if we want to add or swap out different components. Very pleased with it overall. Super quiet operation too. I never even hear the fan spinning, which is always a good thing. Now, the one thing I would want to add and improve in the future would have to be maybe just a smidge of RGB, especially with this build, and we can expose our power supply within the shroud. I would love to have some RGB showing on the screen right there. That would be a lot of fun. Maybe even a little screen too, displaying the wattage. I know a lot of that increases the price point, so I definitely get it. Most people aren't going to want to pay for that, but it would be cool maybe at this price point to just get a smidge of RGB if possible. I would love to see that in the future so we could really showcase the unit with our build. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.